Did you guys read the latest spoilers for the week of August 3 to August 7? Eva Thomas gets devastating bad news. Bad news? I cannot handle this. I just cannot. After everything this poor sweet girl has been through, the writers are throwing more trauma at her. My brain is spinning in a million different directions. I am shaking. We need to break down what this bad news could possibly be because I have theories. Oh, I have so many theories, and some of them are absolutely terrifying. First of all, let's talk about the most obvious, the most physically horrifying possibility. Her health, her liver. You guys, Eva just survived that apocalyptic tornado. She was bleeding internally. She was literally on death's door. Kat Richardson, Princess, Kat herself, finally swallowed her pride, pushed past her intense hatred, and gave up a piece of her own liver to save Eva's life. It was a miracle. We all cried, but what if Eva's post-op recovery is suddenly crashing down? What if her liver ends up dropping? Imagine the sheer terror. After days of hopeful recovery, after all those sweet moments with Ted and Isaiah sitting by her bedside, what if her body is starting to reject Kat's donated liver? This is a real medical complication, guys. The body attacking the new organ. This bad news wouldn't just push Eva back into the danger zone. It would make her fight for survival more fragile and desperate than ever before. She would be right back at square one, staring death in the face. I am hyperventilating just picturing it, and think about the psychological toll this would take on Kat. Kat was so reluctant. Remember how she raged at Isaiah in the stairwell? Remember how she felt like a spare part, just a piece of meat to be harvested? She only did it for Ted. She literally told an unconscious Eva, "You're welcome." If Eva's body rejects the organ, Kat's massive life-altering sacrifice was for nothing. It was all in vain. I can already hear Kat screaming in the hospital corridors, blaming Eva for ruining her liver. The soapy drama of it all would be legendary, but my heart breaks for her. She does not deserve to be back on a ventilator. Okay, deep breaths. Let's pivot to theory number 2. What if the bad news isn't medical? What if it's romantic? Now, listen to me very carefully. Isaiah Hawthorne is a total sweetheart. He loves Eva. He sat by her bed. He cried. He held her hand. He told her she changed his life. He is not breaking up with her. I refuse to believe Isaiah would abandon her. But his parents, Elon and Darlene Hawthorne, oh, honey, that is an entirely different, highly toxic story. We all know Darlene and Leslie Thomas have a bitter, nasty feud. Darlene just recently, like barely a minute ago, agreed to give Eva a chance for Isaiah's sake. She visited Eva in the hospital and acted like a mother figure. But we know how these soap opera parents operate. The minute things get tough, the claws come out. If Eva is facing a new crisis, Darlene and Elon might decide that Eva is simply too much baggage for their son. I can totally see Darlene pulling Isaiah aside, whispering pure poison into his ear. "She's broken, Isaiah. She's too much drama. Move on." Ugh, the absolute audacity. Eva does not need her boyfriend's parents plotting against her while she's trying to heal. But wait, pause. What if the bad news isn't about her liver, and it isn't about Isaiah? What if it is professional? Let's talk about the free clinic. Oh my God, the free clinic. Leslie Thomas. I swear I could slap that woman sometime. Leslie is funding the clinic. And what did she do recently? She hired Noah Rollins. Noah, a wannabe rock star with absolutely zero medical or administrative experience. And she hired him to replace Derek Baldwin. Derek died a hero. He took a bullet for Jacob. He was the heart and soul of that clinic. And Leslie just casually replaces him with Kial's nepotism baby? I am furious all over again just thinking about it. Eva knew this was a massive mistake. I remember watching her face when Leslie crashed that interview and forced Noah into the manager position just because he could sing and his dad is dating Nicole. Eva was so skeptical. She did not feel secure letting Noah and Leslie run things while she was recovering. And you know what? Eva's worries are probably coming true right now. What if Noah makes a catastrophic, unfixable mistake? What if he messes up the funding, or mishandles patient records, or causes a massive malpractice lawsuit? This bad news could be Leslie calling Eva to say, oops, the clinic is being shut down. Could the problem be so severe that it completely destroys the free clinic? That clinic is Eva's passion project. It is Derek's legacy. If Leslie's stupid, petty hiring choice ruins it, Eva will never, ever forgive her mother. Never. If the clinic goes down in flames, who is going to fix it? I have a strong feeling, Doctor. P.L. Rollins is going to have to step in. He is Noah's dad, after all. He might have to swoop in, put on his superhero cape, and clean up his son's massive mess to support Eva. Kiao has been so supportive of Eva's physical therapy, so it makes total sense that he would intervene to save her professional life too. But the stress of it all, Eva's blood pressure is going to skyrocket. Now, hold on to your hats, grab your pearls, and brace yourselves, because this final theory is the one that has me completely losing my mind. Let's talk about the genetics. Let's talk about the BRCA gene. Naomi Hawthorne recently dropped the absolute bomb that she tested positive for the BRCA gene mutation. She hid it from Jacob for months because he was undercover. Danny Dupree has it too. It is a terrifying genetic nightmare running through the Dupree family tree. What if Eva, after hearing about Naomi's brave decision to go public, decided to get tested herself? Imagine the scene. Eva, sitting in a sterile hospital room, opening an envelope and seeing the word positive for the BRCA mutation. This would be the ultimate bad news. It would be like a brutal, unforgiving, psychological blow to a girl who just literally escaped the jaws. Oh, congratulations on surviving liver failure. Here, have a massive, life-threatening risk of breast and ovarian cancer. I would riot. I would march straight down to the CBS studios and scream at the writers. Eva would feel so utterly betrayed by her own blood. But wait, stop everything. Let's use our brains for a second. Let's look at the family tree. If Eva has the BRCA gene, where on earth did she get it? The BRCA gene in this show has been explicitly linked to the Dupree side. Danny has it. Naomi inherited it from Danny. Ted Richardson, Eva's father, does not have it, as far as we know, since Kat hasn't panicked about it. Leslie Thomas is Eva's mother. Does Leslie have a history of this mutation? Has Leslie ever mentioned breast cancer in her family? No. What if this positive test makes Eva question her entire lineage? Is Leslie hiding something massive? Is there a dark, twisted, unforgivable secret about Eva's true parentage? I've seen the fan theories. People have been whispering on the message boards for months that maybe, just maybe, Leslie isn't Eva's biological mother. Or maybe Leslie lied about her own medical history to trap Ted all those years ago. A BRCA diagnosis wouldn't just be a medical crisis for Eva. It would be a DNA bombshell that could rewrite the entire history of Fairmont Crest. I can vividly imagine the confrontation. Eva, clutching the test results, tears streaming down her face, storming into whatever temporary housing Leslie is in, since her house got destroyed by the tornado. Karma. Mom, explain this. Explain our family history. Why do I have a gene that belongs to the Duprees? And Leslie, doing that classic Leslie deer in the headlights look, stuttering, making excuses, trying to spin a web of lies. Oh my God, the drama would be absolutely undeniably delicious. I would eat it up with a spoon. Whatever this bad news is, it is going to shatter Eva's fragile peace. She just got back on her feet. She and Kat were finally reaching a tentative sisterly understanding. They even joked about sharing Ted. If Eva gets sick again, or if the clinic is destroyed, or if a massive genetic secret comes out, it is going to blow up the entire Richardson family dynamic. Ted will be torn and devastated. He will probably blame himself. Kat will be conflicted, caught between resentment and fear for her half-sister. Isaiah will be desperately trying to hold the pieces. And Leslie? Leslie will somehow make it all about herself, crying and playing the victim, just like she always does. I need a massive glass of wine to process all of this. I am so invested in Eva's happiness, and they just keep dragging her through the mud. What do you guys think? Is her body rejecting Kat's liver? Is Noah completely ruining Derek's legacy at the free clinic? Or is the BRCA gene about to expose the biggest family lie of the decade? Sound off in the comments. I need to know your theories because I am pacing my living room, losing my mind over here. Until next time, stay soapy, stay dramatic, and keep watching Beyond Those Gates.